How can one not be passionate when you see a young child affected with a disease that could render that child blind? When I became first a physician and then a pediatric ophthalmologist, I became aware that nobody really focused on this particular segment of childhood blindness. And I recognized it was a very real opportunity to do something worthy, and it has been very fulfilling to see children do well.
Hi, I'm Penny Ajaj, and I'm 10 years old. I got diagnosed with glaucoma at 6 weeks.
Penelope was born on August 15th, and she was perfect in every way. Oh gosh, I'm getting emotional already. Ugh. I, as a mother, would look at her and I, kind of saw something a little hazy in her eye, and I was told by every nurse and every doctor, including our pediatrician at the time, that I was just a new mom and there was absolutely nothing to be worried about. So we went home from the hospital. I continued to watch it, and I just knew in my gut that something wasn't right.
And I remember sitting in Dr. Walton's office, and after the exam, he said, she does have glaucoma and we're gonna have to do something about it. It was tough as a first parent, and being helpless for the first time was tough.
So Penny has been through 4 different surgeries. Everybody always asks, is it over? Is it in the clear? And as a parent who's been through this multiple times, you know that you can never say it's completely healed.
We've been 2 years, obviously, no surgeries, things of that nature, but for her, she is a normal kid. She is as normal as a 10-year-old can be, just wanting to love, play, and laugh and learn.
Thank you, Dr. Walton, for doing everything for me. It's such a big thing in my life that I can see. There's really so much I could thank you for, but one of the biggest things are letting me see.
There are many causes of childhood glaucoma, and it's unfortunately not just a single illness. There are those causes which are genetically determined, there are those that are associated with systemic diseases, and then there's a whole group of secondary glaucomas caused by some other illness in the eye. The Children's Glaucoma Foundation has meaningfully focused on glaucoma, which follows childhood cataract surgery. Our goal is to prevent this illness, and that's unique.
The type of childhood glaucoma that we're working on is the most common cause of blindness in children under the age of 5. And it's self-explanatory why it's one of the most important problems anybody could work on. My name is Rajendra Kumar Singh, and I'm a professor of developmental biology at Tufts University School of Medicine. My research involves an area called gene therapy. And there is now an FDA-approved gene therapy for a type of blindness called Leber's congenital amaurosis. And we decided that we can actually use the principles of what were learned in the development of those treatments for actually trying to treat infantile aphakic glaucoma.
Hi, my name is Joe Decker.
Hi, I'm Holly Decker.
And this is our son Tate. He's 6 years old, and he was born with bilateral cataracts, which has caused a glaucoma in his eyes. So he's 6 years old now. He's thriving in everything he does, but we are still fighting a good fight against glaucoma.
I was born with cataracts myself. I did have the surgery at 3 months old. I never initially thought anything would be wrong with my kids, but when I was here for my yearly, I asked Dr. Walton to take a look at Tate and Troy. He's a twin, and he found cataracts on Tate.
When I heard of the diagnosis, I had very similar emotions to most people. I was scared, I didn't understand. But over the years, I've watched Joe and Holly handle this situation with great strength, with great courage, and with grace. He doesn't treat this as an impediment in any sort of way. When the 3 boys are together, it's a perpetual rugby match, and they're all equal partners in that. It's part of what gives me such great hope for the future, because no matter what he decides to do in the future, he's going to be great at it.
cataracts is hard, if it's hard for you, just go to Dr. Walton and then you can get glasses, just like me.
He's been through 10 surgeries. So the first one was to take out the cataracts, and then 9 more surgeries on just the right eye because of the increased pressure. Maybe someday when the cure is there and the surgery to cure this is there, that would be the surgery that I'm looking forward to.
Following cataract surgery, there is a process known as EMT, or epithelial to mesenchyme transition, which basically is a bunch of cells that get left behind in the eye after surgery, and those go through a transition and cause a process known as fibrosis. And what we're trying to do is to develop a gene therapy approach that will actually inhibit the fibrosis or potentially even reverse it. Dr. Walton and the Children's Glaucoma Foundation have funded our research for the last approximately 4 to 5 years, and they have been solely responsible for bringing us to this point where we can say, where I can say at least very confidently, that we are ready to move forward to the next inflection point. And the next inflection point is starting to design what a clinical trial will look like. The foundation is raising the money currently to do the basic research, but the funding that's needed to do the clinical trial is several orders of magnitude larger, and we are hoping that there will be benefactors out there who will want to participate, and we can actually move forward towards developing probably the first gene therapy for any type of glaucoma. I know it can be done. I know that the science supports moving forward, and really all we're missing is the financial support.
So the Children's Glaucoma Foundation is an amazing foundation. All of the money that goes to that foundation is for the health and care of children with glaucoma, and that can range from accommodations and hotel stays, the actual procedures. A ton of it goes to research because Dr. Walton does believe it's something that's curable and solvable, especially at an early age.
It's important to understand that we should be positive about childhood glaucoma. We can care for children with glaucoma successfully, and we can move ahead and improve care of children with glaucoma. But we need the continued support to be able to do that. Support for sophisticated equipment, support for training, support for awareness programs, and most of all, support for the essential research so we can move forward and eliminate the scourge of glaucoma following childhood cataract surgery.
For any other kids that might have to go through this, trust Dr. Walton, trust all these nurses, think that you're going to be fine, and he'll be right there with you.
Thank you, Dr. Walton, for all my surgeries, and you're my best friend.
Thank you, Dr. Walton.
Thank you, Dr. Walton.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.